Welcome back to the Grined Gears podcast, man. You know, it's over here, me, your brother, your Rastafari brother, two joint Dre. I'm going to give you some a little bit of enlightenment today on this podcast here, Bumbaclot. Missed you guys, man. It's been a long time. But you know, niggas just be out here dealing with existential dread, you know, like the dread of existing. Like you gotta do something. And it fucking sucks, dude. It fucking sucks, dude. Like all of this fucking like have to get a job and like all of this stuff is like giving me anxiety right now. And like I totally can't even think straight whenever I got my anxieties on. So like you're gonna have to like tune it down a little bit, maybe put a little bit of do not disturb on it, you know? Sprinkle a little bit of mutes on that. I know I ain't the only one going through it though. That's what makes it, I guess, bearable type shit, right? Like you know you're not the only one going through that bullshit. Like everybody going through the same bullshit. None of us know who the fuck we want to be. Some people know who they want to be, and I respect those people because you thought about it early. You got it out your system, and you was not a child. A lot of us just wanted to be a child, and so when we were kids, people just asked us like, "What do you want to be when you get older?" And you was just like, "I want to be a firefighter. I want to go." Here's my little kid voice. I want to like become a firefighter because I really enjoy the way fires look. No, that's a fucking wow, Dre. You're really terrible with impressions today. Fuck, man. All right, how about this? This is Denzel Washington when he was in third grade. This was him saying this was him when someone asked him what he wants to be when he gets older. All right. You know me. You know me. No, that's terrible. Yo, I'm not even gonna cut any of this bullshit out. You guys are gonna hear you guys are gonna hear me getting back into this shit, dog. Y'all gonna hear me fucking suck ass at this podcast shit all over again. Because you know what? We all are ever changing humans, and that's hella important, dog. It's like hella important, dog. These fucking cryptocurrencies. These fucking cryptocurrencies. Oh, I'm up. I'm up, baby. Anybody who out there just been getting into fucking crypto and shit, bro, definitely do that. Cause if you got nothing else to do all day, it's awesome to just go on your phone and not have to like scroll between like all your social media pages and then to the games on your phone. You know, like you could just go look at the stock every 5 minutes and then be like, oh shit, I gotta go do this. You know what I mean? Instead of getting stuck on Instagram explore page for like 5 hours, you know. But shit, bro. I thought I was up. It said I was up. I don't see that I'm up. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you niggas how much I put into this shit. Oh shit. I put $5 into it. I made a 30-cent profit, dude. Fuck out of here, man. I'm fucking G'ing out, dog. Golly. Sorry I'm doing this on the pod, guys. Just you know what? You know what, guys? I trust you all so much that you guys are not gonna steal my cryptos and my fucking stocks. Yeah, bro. Growing up fucking sucks, dude. And as you grow up, you start to realize, like, oh, dude, like my parents had no fucking clue what the hell they were doing. Like, they obviously fucking your parents know better than you do, because I don't know shit, and my mom knows 1,000% more than me. But like, they ain't know shit at one point either. Like, they had to go through shit, and then they had to, like, evolve and, like, learn to deal with your bitch ass, whichever one of you bitch asses is listening to this, you know? And, like, bro, imagine having a kid, bro, and then that kid turns out to be the only kid in the house who don't want to eat what everybody else eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine having one of those kids, because that's what my mom had to go through. I was one of those kids like, I don't want beans, though. I don't want cabbage, though. So she had to cook something completely separate for Dre. And then that's where this entitlement comes from, you know what I mean? Y'all suffer from entitlement. I'll be thinking I'm entitled to the world, bro. It's all because my mom made me a separate plate instead of telling me. No, I'm just playing. Just deflect it all onto my mom. Nah, dude. Your parents, dead ass, they love you, man. And it seems at times like love shouldn't be tough. but love needs to be tough. You know, it doesn't need to be tough all the time, but like you definitely do benefit from people being straight up with you rather than beating around the bush, because then you start to understand of how people think, and you start to understand your own thought process and how people perceive you. And if you want to be perceived as yourself, just be you, nigga. But if like you out here still chasing the crowd, like that's fine too, bro. Chase the crowd until you realize one day that it's not for you anymore. You know, like everybody has that moment where it's just, this not for me. The crowd just not for me. Don't rush it, bro. It's gonna happen in your life. Maybe you coming across this podcast was meant to happen in time so that I could awaken you, you know? Or maybe you come across the Joe Rogan podcast and then he awakens you. Like, it's shit like that in your life. Or maybe you have a fucking deep talk with your friend who tells you that you just been doing dumb shit and that you really need to get your shit together. And those moments right there, we like to look at them over because it doesn't seem like everybody thinks that it has to be some big movie scene that changes your life, but that's not the case. It's never a movie scene, nigga. Your life is not a fucking movie, bro. I promise you, if your life was anything, it'd be a boring ass novel about nothing, about like a kid living a life. That's what it would be. It'd be a boring ass fucking novel. But you know what? At the beginning of every book is fucking boring. The beginning of every story is boring. Because you know what? You have to introduce the character. You need to introduce who the fuck you are up into this bitch, which is in the bitch equaling the world. You need to show, yo, I'm up in this bitch. I exist. I'm an individual, but I'm also here to participate in the group activities that we all doing type shit. Like as in like group activities like society and like countries. Like you gotta do something. You gotta contribute somehow to our fucking economy, right? And be that through entertainment, be that through music, art, anything. You know what I mean? There's millions. You could even contribute by laying down fucking tile in someone's house because that person paid you to. Now you're gonna go buy something else and you're gonna contribute to some type of business. And not even only that, your own business, nigga. It's wild. It's wild how intricate the fucking web is and how deep you can go into it. But like, dude. Tough love gets you ready to fucking remember that, you know? And it's fucking, you know, I don't even know, to be honest. I just be talking on my ass. But I don't care what anybody say. There are ideas where you know it's you. It's something in your brain you've thought about before, and it's an idea that you've had. But then there's ideas that come out of buttfuck nowhere. Where do those ideas come from? Who the fuck thought about, like, do you think some dude would, right, so like, the first joke ever, right? Like, who the fuck do you think thought about that? Who the fuck do you think was like, just watch the chicken cross the road and then ask someone else, be like, yo, you know why the chicken crossed the road? And then they'll be like, I don't know. Did you talk to the chicken? And then they're going to be like, because he wanted to get to the other side. And then they're like, oh, well, duh, it's just across the road. But then you're like, nah. The other side of life, which is death. And a lot of you out there didn't know that chicken butt joke was a double entendre, but it is. So, that's my rim shot when I learn how to play a drum. I'm not gonna be like boom. I'm gonna boom. Feel me? On some like hood shit, bro. You gotta bring your culture into everything, bro. Feel me? Because that's you. I'm a black Russian, so I'm gonna have a balalaika. A balalaika is like a balalaika. That's like it's like a Russian ukulele, right? So if you have that along with the drums type shit, you know what I mean? Because like black people got rhythm. Black people got rhythm, so like I'm gonna just be there like and niggas, and then you're gonna pan over, and it's gonna be the me that I woke up next to. You know how I was just saying like because that's what gave me that thought this morning. I woke up next to myself, but anyways, my breath was hot as fuck, dog. But like I'm gonna look over at myself, and then we just gonna both be smiling and be like, yeah, we jamming out, bro. And then fucking 12 hours later, I'm gonna realize, oh shit, bro, you was just tripping, dog. I want to get into weed stocks. You know what's crazy? Who the fuck would have invested in weed stocks like 8 years ago? You know? Nah. Because that's when weed got legalized, right? In Cali. All right, let's say when we were kids, our parents on God would never have thought that the fucking legalization of marijuana would ever happen. Like marijuana was looked at like coke and crack, nigga. Like damn, son. And now we just be out here smoking this shit in cafes and getting mad at people for drinking alcohol. This shit fucking nice, dude. This my fucking world, dog. Imagine if I was born in the fucking 90s and I had to like hide the weed everywhere I went. Fuck out of here, yo. I would have been tight, nigga. You gotta fucking, you can't even buy no, well actually back then you probably could buy fucking cigarettes when you were younger, huh? I don't know if it was 17 or 18. I know 18 was only like a few decades ago. So it's like, everybody back in the day, in the 80s, everybody was smoking in fucking high school, dog. There's no, bro. If everybody in the 80s was smoking cigarettes in high school, there's no way you could not go get a wrap when you was like 16 from a fucking store to roll up some bud. You know what I mean? But at the same time, maybe just wraps weren't around like that. You know what I mean? They just had like the wooden tip type fucking blunts and shit like that. Like, what if... Like, I don't. What if you're just smoking one day? You got your own house and shit. Like, I got my house, right? And I smoke in here. My friends pull up. It's a safe place where we can like engage in drug use together, and you know, debauchery as in like we just watch fucking funny shit on TV and we just eat a ridiculous, horrifyingly amount of munchies, you know, and like imagine you doing that with your friends, and then like. Out of nowhere, it's just a Sunday, bro. Like you just got back from church or some shit. Like you just sparking up to like get spiritual with your friends. You know what I mean? Listen to some music, eat some munchies, cause they didn't even have. I mean, maybe watch some TV, but like it was live TV, so it wasn't no streaming or anything. Niggas probably just put the fucking CD into the CD player and then had to give it a fucking booty bump because it like it's one of those fucking machines from the 90s where you have to like hit it so it fucking work. Like who the fuck thought about this? Like. Oh, my computer's not working. Oh, I just ear raped the fuck out of you guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, who the fuck thought about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that computer was you guys just now inside of a mic, right? You're inside of a computer right now, and that's all you heard. It was just dish, 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 or boom on the side of it, and then you're like, oh shit, guys, we gotta wake up, bro. He fucking doing this dumb shit again, and all the pixels gotta get all together and fucking form on the screen. Damn, son. Like, niggas really used to snuff the fuck out of appliances, bro. Why are dogs scared of vacuums? Like, does the dog see the dirt going into the vacuum tube and think, oh shit, it's gonna suck me up? Or is it the sound? Because their fucking hearing is, like, wild. My dog's isn't because he's a fucking idiot and never listens. But... any other normal dog would probably like fucking shit themselves, right? Like they just run out of the room with their tail between their legs. I mean, he still does, but he's less pussy about it now because he's more scared of me. Thought I could scare this nigga. He didn't even flinch, bro. Nigga just looked at me. He was like, "What the fuck you talking about? Like, I'm about to beat your ass after you turn this shit off." But yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck do you think it is? You think it's a sound? Like. I don't know. If I was in their position and I seen some shit like that, I'd be like, what the? I start hitting it and stuff. Like, what the? Like a cat. Maybe that's why I don't understand dogs. Because I get along with cats so well, bro. I act like a cat. I like to sleep all day. I need to be in charge of myself. I don't take shit from, I take shit from people. But only when I allow it. If I want to allow taking the shit from you. If I don't want to take the shit from you, I will not allow it. And I will do a paw to your face, but instead with words. You feel me? And cats are dope, bro. Like, you ever scare a cat, bro? Like, their eyes get mad big, bro. They just know instantly which way you going, how the fuck. Like, these niggas be bouncing off a wall, seeing shit at like millisecond speed, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Remember my cat used to like juke the fuck out of me? My dog could never, bro. My dog could never. Imagine a dog juking the fuck out of you, bro. Like, you gotta have no ankles to really get juked by a dog. They got the agility. What is it? Agility when you're able to stop and move side to side? Yeah, bro. They got the agility or the fucking pincer movement as of a fucking fly, nigga. I don't fucking know. That shit was terrible. That was a terrible joke once a fucking again. Dang it, Dre. You were on a roll, man. Alright. I'm only gonna do like 40 minutes of this. I had to joke around at the beginning of it because I wanted to get comfortable, but it's been a while, guys. I really honestly, anybody who still listens, I deadass appreciate the fuck out of you, man. Anybody who's still here, appreciate the fuck out of you. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's like when you don't know what you think you want to do is what you want to do, you know? And sometimes you think that you don't have the skill to do it, and sometimes you feel like you have more than enough skill to even change the game. But I guess what I was trying to do in this time I spent away from the podcast was I really wanted to just figure myself out, man. I really wanted to, like, I don't know. I want to discover who I am. I want to experience me and allow the world to experience me. Not I experience the world and nobody in the world gets to experience who I am. Only select few people get to experience who I am. But I feel like deep down, everybody truly believes that they are a good person. I mean, unless you're a dickhead and you know you're a dickhead and you're okay with being a dickhead, there are select few, but the majority of people want to live a good life, right? You want to live a normal, good life. Shit happens because you're literally quantumly entangled with other people who have their own thoughts, their own subconscious, their own agendas, and like, there's good agendas, there's bad agendas. Sometimes two good agendas can cancel each other out, you know? And really discovering who you are and sharing that with the people around you and the people closest to you. And I mean, honestly, this podcast really, you guys aren't as close as my friends, obviously. I don't even know who the fuck listening, to be honest. But like, the fact that you are listening, it makes me want to open up, you know? And like, I one day would want to be able to just be me to the fullest on here and have people appreciate that, have the world appreciate that. Because everybody wants to be appreciated, man. Everybody wants to be somebody to someone else, you know? And shit, I'm in the same boat. I was talking all that shit about individuality and how I want to be an individual, but in reality, it's like we all want to be an individual because we all literally want to be an individual. Like, no matter what we do, it comes down to a group decision on what reality is based off. It's fucking wild, man. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely get more of these going. I'm just not gonna do as long. I feel like the 2 hours it's too long. Let's be real. I'm not that funny, alright? And I'm interesting sometimes, you know? But one day I'll be able to do our podcast. I'll be able to do that shit with Joe Rogan, bro. I'll be able to do that shit with fucking whoever the fuck I hit up one day, you know? And I'll be able to provide for you fucking 20 or 5 or even one person listening, man. Even if it's me, even if I'm the one who's re-listening to this, bro. Like, one day, bro, you're gonna make it, dog, and you're gonna figure out who you are. So just fucking stick in there. Just allow shit to happen, not allow bullshit, because like every fork, you know, when you hit the fork in the road, well, and like you make a decision, and then everything in your life is after that is different based on that decision that you made. Well, we don't notice, but subconsciously in our brain, there are so many forks in the roads that we can take. Someone does something to annoy you, you can take the fork that makes you angry, or you can take the fork that just lets it go, you know? And truly does let it go, not just I'm gonna let it go so I seem cool, because then you're just harboring it inside. You're trying to put on a face that's not you. If you truly let it go, like if you truly just like, it is what it is, dude, you'll feel literally it is what it is, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you feel it, bro. You, for some reason, you just feel what you're doing right and wrong in life. And a lot of us just like to lie to ourselves about what it is we are doing right and what it is we're doing wrong. And we like to get them all mixed up and pretend we know. Like, I pretend that I know. But that's because I guess I'm in a war with my own brain, and it's telling me you don't know. You don't know anything, basically, about life. And I'm starting to feel that a lot now. I thought when you become awoken type shit, like you start, you have that, oh, I exist, like I am here, the breakthrough, that's the awakening. I thought when that would happen, like, this is, life is new, life is different, like I'm gonna approach life different. But bro, no matter how much drugs, no matter how much fucking perspective you get on life, bro, it's you're ever changing. You're forever gonna hit those forks in the road where you're gonna have to make a decision. Do I make a decision to go back to bad habits, or do I make a decision to stay with the good ones that I've been working so fucking hard to keep? Like little stuff, vacuuming the house, washing dishes, like just taking care of shit. And all that little stuff, it really, that ass matters in your brain, because those forks in the road are like those forks in the road are helping build neurons in your brain. Like your brain right now, simultaneously, while you're thinking about your brain building fucking nerve endings and shortcuts in your head to do certain things. And like when you learn a skill, that's a shortcut that your brain created so that you don't have to go through the whole thought process to reach that point. Your brain just leaps to that point and you understand. And those shortcuts, they like I just said, I'm sorry, I had to cut out because I fucking completely forgot what I was saying. But those shortcuts in your brain for skills and everything, it still applies to life. Those are like life skills that you learn. It's kind of like you learn how to do taxes. You learn how to like to put gas in your car, change your oil. You know what I mean? You're creating. You have these are skills, but at the same time, you're creating a shortcut in your brain that's like, let me get my shit done, and then I'll be able to enjoy myself more later. And God fucking knows I have the biggest problem with this. I'm one of the biggest procrastinators. I will lie to myself. I will sit there and lie to my own fucking face, bro. I will sit there in the mirror, just look at me. No, actually, because I woke up next to myself, so I just talk to myself. I'll just be like, you fucking, yeah, bro, you're doing good, man. You're doing what you're supposed to do to fucking make it, dog. And you get stuck in that mentality because then it's like you feel like no one understands you. But in reality, everybody going through the same fucking thing. Nobody know what they really want to do. Nobody know who they really are. Everybody's still trying to figure shit out. So it's like that self-pity, it's really just lying to yourself. Like, just, I guess, like, this is more for myself, but like, Dre, you gotta fucking just buckle down and really just put the fucking work in, man. You gotta like, ideas will come. I used to think that in comedy you needed to have good ideas all the time, and that's not true. You don't need to be funny all the fucking time, because listen, there are comedians out there who have moments that are not funny and are actually posted on YouTube. So imagine being a comedian where your job is to be funny, and there's probably a lot of videos out there of you just not being funny, you being a regular human being, because you know what, the extent of you does not end at your fucking career. Your career, your skill is just one piece of you that you enjoy the most. It's one piece of you that you would prefer to do to contribute to our society, So I really gotta just sit down and do the work, man. I just gotta feel it out. I like to plan things out in my head, and then it's like I live an entire world in my head. It's like I live an entire life in my head in a day, Like I come up with all these ideas, and like I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this, and then it's just gone. The ideas, even if I write them down, the motivation for them behind that was pushing me to do it, the joke that I heard, I forget it, you know what I mean? It's always something. But in reality, it's not. It's just, it comes down to me. It really just comes down to you being like, yo, like, I'm just going to record this. And if it doesn't do well, that's okay. Because not everything is about doing well. And not everything is about validation. A lot of shit in the world is honestly, it's so weird. But it's like the universe, and like, universe or God, whoever you believe in. I'm not going to discriminate. Whatever you believe. But there's no way. Like, you believe whatever you want to believe, but there's no way that the universe or God does not somehow make the world work to your advantage. But at the same time, it's like you kind of change, but it's more like you become you, and then like the more you become you, the more accepting you are, I guess, I don't know. One day I'm going to figure it out. One day I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to share it, because a lot of people I see a lot of people out in the world who know things and just don't want to share it because of their own ego, because I found this out on my own, and a lot of people got to figure it out on their own. And I feel that sometimes. I feel that, but it's not right. You got to help people, you know? And, like, there are times where people do need to take control of their own life. Like, you cannot tell someone how to live their life. Like, not even in the sense of, like, it's rude or anything, but, like, just the sense of, how could you know what's best for someone else? You know? A friend, a spouse, a significant other, your cousin. How could you know what's best for them when it's their life? You know? Like we're not... There's no playbook. There's no rule book. You can believe in a rule book. You can believe that following certain things that were written thousands of years ago is the correct way of life, because it does lead to a good way of life. Like, the basics of religion itself is be a good person, be kind to other people. Literally just be a good human being, you know? A loving human being. And that's the basis of every religion. It's just everybody fucks up that idea, and the ego takes over. And when your ego takes over, it's like your subconscious and the real you doesn't thrive, because the ego's like suffocating it, and you have your ego is suffocating you. You have no air. You have no room. It's so crowded inside of you, but it feels so alone because there's only one thing that's controlling you, and it's your ego. So, like, I guess if you're a fucking narcissist, humble yourself, man. Yeah, it helps. And I'm a narcissist to the fullest. Me and my friends, we're all narcissists. Not all of us, but definitely me and my best friends. Like, I got a good number of best friends, but I say best friend because we all have different groups, you know? Like, how do I explain this? This is very... I don't even know how my own friendships work, man. It's fucking crazy. Look, we all have different groups, right? Like, we all met people younger in our... Like, when we were younger in our lives, and we all have developed our own friends and our own groups, and then we come together with other people. We become friends with them, maybe even better friends with them than with someone else, you know? So it's like, how do you gauge all that? What's the levels of friends? Is acquaintance still a thing? You know? Because, like, an acquaintance, technically, when you don't know someone. And, like, even though you could be friends with someone, it doesn't mean you guys know each other, like, deeply, you know? Like, I'm just now starting to learn about the past of a lot of my friends who I've known my entire life. We've known each other since we were kids, but there's things in our lives that we go through that we don't know. We don't know our friends go through, and, like, our friends don't know we go through. So it's like, what level makes a best friend? I feel like, to me, a best friend is... I don't need to... There's certain things where I don't need to speak about, you know? And, like, it's very hard to explain. Like, you know, when you have a friend and they start acting a certain way, but you know, there's a lot of people out there who are immature and will look at that as, oh, they're acting new. But a real friend, a real best friend, in my eyes, instead of looking at it like that, they look at it as, he's going through something, and based on how well they know me, I guess their reaction, you know what I mean? Like, every action has a reaction, and, like, and that reaction has a consequence, and, like, the consequence can be fucking awesome, and the consequence can be fucking terrible. Like, where you and somebody, you get even fucking exponentially closer, you know what I mean? You and a best friend, you know even more about each other now, and you guys feel closer, like siblings type shit. And or you lose a friend because they get stuck, and it's hard to hang out with friends who get stuck, you know? Because it's like, especially when you have a hard time of breaking your habits, because you and your friends are gonna have similar habits. If you have not good friends in your life, you're gonna have not good habits. But if you have friends in your life that genuinely give a fuck, genuinely gonna keep you on the path and can tell when you're going off the path, not just off of how you look or just because you acted different a certain day or something. You know, like fuck that. That's overanalyzing. Those are those weird fucks that be on fucking social media all day, like everybody fake, fuck all my friends, don't hit me up for the rest of the day today. Yeah, like nah, fuck all of you. If any of you guys who do that are listening right now, fuck you, bro. That shit's annoying to the rest of the fucking world. Like go deal with your fucking bullshit with your friends in fucking person, bro. I don't give a flying fuck what the hell Brianna or fucking Brittany or fucking I'm trying to think of Rebecca, fucking Bonquiqui, whatever the fuck her name is, nigga. I don't give a you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. No one actually gives a fuck when they're looking at your story. Like if you put some funny shit on your story, I promise you, like maybe 3% will actually give a fuck about what's going on in the video. Most of the people are just gonna tap past. And if you're one of those people who vents on your Snapchat stories or on any stories, now that every fucking social media has stories, which is annoying, because why the fuck did Twitter have to become a part of everybody else? Like, we get it. Your stock is fucking high now, bro. Relax. Listen to me. I'm over here like Diamond Jim fucking Stocks over here, bro. That's my name. Diamond Jim Bonds, yo. Because I be fucking buying these stocks and bonds. But yeah, bro, like fuck you. No one gives a fuck about you and your friend. Deal with that by your fucking self. Imagine every time my friends came over and called me ugly, I went on my fucking shit, or told me I wasn't funny, I went on my fucking story. It was like, yo, fuck everybody, don't hit me up for the rest of today, bro. Fuck out of here, son. Get over yourself, nigga. That ass, just get the fuck over yourself. I feel like there are so many people in life who just don't hear that shit enough. And even though bro, trust me, there are good people out there who just need to hear that. I'm one of those people. I feel like deep down I'm a very good person, even though I have no motivation at all in life and don't want to be a part of society and shit and going through this existential dread, I guess. Like, still want to be a good person inside, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying. I'm a nice person. But like, some people need to tell me, I'm gonna just use me as an example, because fuck it, I'm not gonna talk about you niggas. Who the fuck am I? I'm a fucking 21-year-old dropout who's doing a podcast in his fucking office room that used to be a small ass kid's bedroom. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, who am I to talk about shit? You feel me? So when you have friends that fucking tell you straight up, like, yo, get the fuck over yourself. What are you wallowing in pity, dog? You gonna fucking wallow in pity for the rest of your life every time something doesn't go your way, nigga? Nah, just stand up and fucking move on. Keep going with life, bro. Like, that's some of the best advice I've ever gotten. And I get super tunnel vision and forget that. But then I got good people. I got good fucking people in my corner who remind me, get the fuck over yourself, bro. We all going through this shit, nigga. You're not the only one, man. And it honestly helps, man. Cause as long as you know you're not going through a struggle alone, bro. Like, you're going through a struggle by yourself. That's when the pity's sitting. And that's when everybody, nobody understands me. But trust me, people understand you, bro. They just don't want to understand you because they're going through the same fucking shit. And plus, we're hella judgmental and critical on things that we don't like within ourselves. So it's like, most of the people who are going to talk shit to you about not knowing where you want to go in life and not knowing what you want to do in life is because they feel that within themselves. They don't feel fulfillment. They don't feel like they're doing what they're supposed to, but they hide that. They put that away. They cover it up with lies. Like, there's people out there who deadass are failing in life, but for some reason society tells them that they're winning because they can afford to buy things. Like, oh, I got money, so I did everything right. No, dude, your fucking wife left you, and like, you bought another car. I think that's enough sports cars, dude. You're going through a midlife crisis. Invest the money in your fucking kids, like, in some stocks for your kids. Fuck a trust fund, nigga. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you got money, but what the fuck does it do? What did it do for you? It ruined your life. Like, figure yourself out, man. This is such a fucking intricate little thing. I keep saying you, but like, I'm using that dude that I used in the example as the you. Like, I never want to be that kind of person. I never want to go off the right path type shit. And a lot of people have a different idea of what the right path is. I believe in my heart that the right path is being a good person that people can just look up to, man. Like, is be the light. You know, if you don't have any light in your life, just be the light, dog. You're gonna feel the light back because there are gonna be people out there who will really genuinely appreciate it. There's people who orbit around you because they see something in you that attracts other people, so they want to use it. And I know this because I used to do this in middle school. I attached myself to someone who was popular because of the fact that he was popular. You know, like we were friends outside of school, but like in school, it was like two different lives. You know, like outside of school we're best friends, but in school is like he just fucking skyrocketed. He walks in, he's like the fucking CEO of the school, basically. You know, so like when you see that, you want to be around that and you want to be a part of that. And even though it may seem genuine and it may seem like you're not trying to hurt anybody, you kind of are, because it's like you're using them for their friendship. And you should never do that. You should just appreciate people for who they are and appreciate their friendship, because they don't have to give a fuck about you. You know, no one in the world has to give a fuck about what you like, what you want. They don't have to at all. Like, I can go and be a dickhead to everybody I meet for the next 5 years, but what is it gonna do for me? You know, like what is me being a dickhead to everybody gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. It's gonna cause more despair inside of myself and create a hole, because you try to fill it with other things. Just fill it with yourself, man. Just like pretend you're a big, huge piece of fucking. You're a big moving Elmer's glue, like out of the bottle. Like you're just a big glob of whatever the fuck, and someone just fucking shot a bazooka into your chest, right? Like you're battling with yourself inside. Imagine this is what's going on inside. It's like the little soldiers down here, like, shoot him, fire on Will. They're just fucking shooting tanks at you and fucking bombarding you with like life and college and homework and jobs and like getting married and like friendships, relationships, just like all the intricate little like run-ins to people that you have throughout the day, like road rage, all that type of shit, bro. Like it's all that nonsense that hits you, and it fucking makes a bigger and bigger hole, man. And it's like you either just allow the hole to stay like that, or you just be a fucking big piece of glue, dog, and glue yourself back together. Just fucking let the goo from your body just fucking like flow into the hole, you know, just and close that up, because that's you. You're gonna make yourself whole again. Like, I'm sure somebody with a fake arm, right, a prosthetic arm, would much rather have their real arm, you know? So, like, instead of, like, placing artificial shit into your heart, like, why not just, like, just have your heart? Like, just repair your own heart. Work on that shit, you know? Damn, we got fucking hella deep, bro. We got hella deep today, bro. I'm on monk shit, yo. I gotta stop chilling with this nigga Tay Sear. Tay Ashy. I'm gonna call him Ashy Tay. Ashy Tay. Ass Tay. Yo, I hope to God he hears this shit, man. But, yeah, bro. I don't know. It takes a lot to look inside, but once you do, it's fucking completely worth it, dude. It's so worth it. I don't know how to explain it, man. It's like an acid trip, bro. Just do it. Look, if you're ready to do acid or mushrooms or any of that, do it. But, like, if you're not, don't, okay? But, like, in the sense of, knowing what that feeling feels like knowing what's supposed to be right. Like, you know, when you ever just smoke weed for the first time or drink for the first time, you look at somebody like, yeah, I'm supposed to do this? Like, I'm supposed to feel like this right now, dude? And they're like, yeah, man, you're supposed to. And you see, like, oh, shit, you're just saying right now, dude. Yeah, like, I'm fucked right now, dude. It's the same thing. Like, we all want to look to someone to be like, is this right? Is this okay? But we're looking at the wrong people sometimes, you know? Like, sometimes you just gotta accept it, bro. Like, you just gotta be like, yeah, Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. This is what it's like. A fucking that's what an acid trip is like, dog. There's no way to ever explain it until you do it. Like you can get close. You can kind of tell them what things will look like, but there's no real way to explain the feeling of it. Like it's unlike any other drug I've ever done. Mushrooms, like psychedelics themselves, there's a lot of psychedelics on that list. So when I say psychedelics, I basically mean mushrooms, acid, acid is an LSD, and like DMT, 5-MeO DMT, things that come from DMT plants like ayahuasca and peyote and all that shit. I, like that, like there's no way to explain it because they weirdly teach you, like they tell you if you need to be a better person. It's like you finally get to hear your subconscious speak, and that's it can the drug itself is not addicting, but that feeling who you are truly, and just being in that realm, because it's like you're not here. I'm over here trying to explain a trip to you niggas, bro. Well, I'm gonna explain it, and then you guys can see exactly what I mean by how fucking retarded I'll sound after you do it, and you'll be like, oh, it fucking makes no sense. Oh, there was only like 2 things he said that actually lined up, but those 2 things, they're like a map, It's like when you, like tracers. You get tracers just about every time you do psychedelics, and like that's how I know that I'm tripping. And I tell people that, like, you'll know you're tripping as soon as you see tracers behind your hand. And most people who fucking have done acid afterward, when they started feeling different, most of the time they're just like, with their fucking hands in front of their face, moving it back and forth, But like those, it's like a map. It's like a guide, It helps you know that what's happening is truly. Is supposed to, and then there are parts of your trip that are only your subconscious. Like, oh, wow, this is very intricate. Yeah, those. So it's like a guide, and then I don't know how to explain everything else. Other than that, it's honestly like you'll know you're tripping. Like, just like in real life, like you'll know deep down in your heart if you're doing the correct thing. There will be no conflict. There'll be no need for you to eat yourself up inside, And so it's like it's weird, but it's like you can't chase anything in life, but you gotta kind of chase that feeling. You gotta chase that feeling, and you can't even chase it because like you gotta walk after it. Like that's the type of approach you have to have in life. Is like, this person's gonna think what they think, and like I'm gonna think what I think, and sometimes conversations will go sideways, sometimes entire relationships will go sideways, but you need to maintain yourself, bro. Like the relationship itself, like relationship as in like any relationship with another human being, like a friend, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas know what relationships mean, bro. I don't know why the fuck relationships always mean somebody together type shit, but it could be the end of that relationship, but for a reason. Maybe you guys were just not ready to interact, like maybe you guys were just not compatible, because you are compatible to multiple people in life. You're compatible to the people who are gonna be around you when you die. Hopefully, at least if you lived your life correctly, you're gonna be able to weed out people because you're not chasing that feeling of this is right or wrong. You're walking after and you're contemplating it, and like not contemplating it in like your main brain where you're thinking about all your problems and shit. You're contemplating it if you come to a decision that you have to make. Like, I need to get this done today. And you'll know it afterward that you have felt better. Like, bro, when you fucking clean your car out, nigga, I don't have a car right now. I'm fucking, yeah. Anyways, life is shit. But no car. But when I did have a car and I cleaned it out, it used to be very dirty all the time. I did not give a fuck about my car. I did not give a fuck about life. I really, I regret that. But you can't regret it because it made me who I am today. I would not think like this if it was not for me going through all the bullshit for years. And you're still gonna go through the bullshit for years. But after you clean out your car, right, and you get into it to go drive home, you feel better. You're like, I cleaned my car. Let me go do something. What my friends doing? Y'all trying to like help me mess up my car now that I just cleaned it? Type shit. You know, like you're excited to go do something, and then you clean it again, and you clean it again, and it seems like in life, it seems like if you clean the car, right, you're gonna do everything and that you possibly fucking can to keep it clean. You're gonna want to hold on to that cleanliness for the rest of the car's life, but you can't. You need to use the car. You can't just have the car sit in your garage. Then it's just a wasted asset. Now it's just that car could have been used for something else than to be just in your collector's garage because you don't want to fuck it up. You know, you want to take care of it. You want to make sure that the value on it still is high. You want to look good when you're driving it type shit, so you take the most care of it. You take too much care of it. That's when those are those people who are scared of life. When you're not fearing, not knowing what you want to do, but literally fearing life itself. Everything in life, you know? Like you close yourself into a box to keep yourself safe. But like what good does it do? That your life now is wasted potential. Just like that car. It could have been the opportunities that were given to you could have been given to someone else. And they could have made something of it, you know? So it's like you really got to make the most out of your own opportunities. And you, even though you may fall flat on your face and get that car fucking dirty again and all fucked up, all you got to do is just replace the bumper, bro. Slowly but surely, man. Slowly but surely. You clean the inside of the car. You buy a bumper. You fix that shit. You get into another fender bender, nigga. You crash that shit. You fuck that shit up again. You fix it again and you keep going. Unless you total your car. I feel like when you total your car, that's like when you fucking, your career is actually over. Like you've done some fuck shit and like there's no way you're coming back from that with that career. But yeah, dude, like, but you don't want to get into an accident. Like you have to be safe. You can't just drive maniacally through life. Manically, I mean, I say manically through life. Like you gotta just fucking play it safe, but also take those risks, man. And those forks in the road where you're like, do I play it safe or do I take that risk? Those are the forks in the road that are gonna make you who the fuck you are one day, babies. It's been 47 minutes. I think that's enough for today. I fucking enjoyed this one, man. I'm gonna have to do a weekly podcast, only like 40 minutes. This is dope. I'm not gonna promise though. I'm not gonna promise you guys anything. What I will say though is I'm genuinely going to put my best foot forward to make this podcast something. It's almost a year since this podcast was born, just a few more months, and Grined Gears went through 2 names, so, and different artwork. Tev Pod, Third Eye Pod type shit. I mean, Third Eye View. I thought that was a really dope name. But you know, it's kind of gay. Yeah, you know. You come up with you see what I'm saying? You come up with an idea, you think that's fucking awesome, you think that it's fucking funny, but it turned out it's gay. So, you gotta go back to the writing board, draw all over again, back to grinded gears. You see what I'm saying? I'm back to cleaning the car again. So, I'm gonna go clean my car, guys. I suggest you guys all do the same, but don't be afraid to get that bitch dirty. Don't be afraid to enjoy life in that car, because actually, you know what? The car is a metaphor for you. How about that? The car is a metaphor for you. Like your subconscious, you as a personality, you as a person, just in general, as a human being. You get dirty, you get down, you get crashed, you hit fucking rock bottom into a fiery fucking crash off of a ravine where there used to be water, but now there ain't no water no more because it's been millions of years and dinosaurs don't exist no more. You feel me? So it's like crash, burn, start all over again, dog. It's okay. Everybody going through it, man. You're not the only one out there. So just keep that fucking head up, dog. That was mostly for my own fucking motivation, but I love you guys. Anybody who's still listening, man. I love all of you. This is Dre. Bye-bye, babies.